Good morning, student. Now in today's class, I hope you first of all I will ask something about the previous Google Meet class. So please, when you are joined for the Google Meet class, I will be off your phone microphone. Okay, means voice को mute करके रखना है. और if you have any doubt, any questions, then you on it and ask the question. Otherwise, what happen? Means nobody can clear their doubts. क्योंकि एक साथ में सभी आप लोग बोलोगे तो उस पर क्या होगा, सब मिक्सिंग हो जाएगी वॉइस की. So one by one, if you have any doubt, you can on your mic, or then you can ask your doubts. Then I will listen your voice clearly. So please take care about it specially. So in the previous class, we are discussing the three different type of models, and also we discuss about the discovery of subatomic particles, electron, proton and neutron, and the different models of atoms given by the Thomson's and given by the Rutherford and Niels Bohr's model. Now Niels Bohr models, after that now we are going to discuss that Niels Bohr's, as you know that in the third model that is given by Niels Bohr's, he suggests that electrons revolves in a fixed circular path around the nucleus, and that fixed circular path is known as what, the energy level, or you can say the cell or orbit. So now question is that what are the arrangement, or how we can occupy the electrons in the different cell, means how we can arrange or what are the number of electrons in a different energy level or in a different cell. For example, how many electrons can be occupied in a K cell, L cell or M cell or N cell. So today we are discuss about that thing here. So you can see page number 49 of our textbook. How are the electrons distributed in different orbits or the cells? So the distribution of electrons into the different orbits of atoms was suggested by the Bohr and Bury. The following rules are followed for the writing the number of electrons in the different energy levels or the cell. First one, the maximum number of electrons present in the cell is given by the formula 2n square. Means the maximum number of electrons, means कोई भी cell maximum कितने electrons occupy कर सकता है, that is given by the formula, that is 2n square. Here this n is equal to number of cell, or you can say the orbit. For example, these are three different cells. K cell, this is the nucleus. Which have the proton and a neutron. The nucleus which occupied by what? Proton and a neutron. So these are the electrons revolve here in fixed circular path. Okay. So this is K cell. Which K cell? It's the first cell, second, third, and fourth. Means here the K is equal to, means N is equal to 1 for the K cell. L cell, so means how much electron we can occupy or fill in a first cell, second cell. So in the K cell means N is equal to 1 for the K cell. For the K cell means the number of cell is what, 1, first cell. So here N is equal to what, number of cells. So number of cells means K is equal to 1. So you can calculate the number of electrons that can be occupied in a first K cell, that is 2, N means 1. So 2 into 1 square. So it became 2 into 1, means maximum of 2 electrons. Means we can occupy or we can fill the 2 electrons in the first K cell. Means maximum number of electrons that can be filled or accompanied by or occupy in a K cell, that is 2. L means n is equal to 2. In that this case 2 into 2 square means how much? 2 into 4 means 8 electron. Means we can occupy the 8 electron. In this we will occupy the 2 electron. In this case we can occupy the 8 electron, and means n is equal to 3. So in this case put the value of n equal to 3. Put the value of n equal to 3 because this is a m cell, third cell. So 2 into 3 square, so it became 2 into 9 means 18. So maximum electron can be occupied in a third cell or the m cell is equal to 18. Fourth cell n. So here this n is equal to 4. So 2 into 4 square is equal to 2 into 16 and 32. So 32. Means in first cell we can occupy the 2 electrons, in second 8 electrons, in third means m cell occupy the 18 electron, and n cell occupy the 32 electron. Means these are the distribution of different electrons in a different shell or a different orbits. K cell occupy the 2 electrons, L cell occupy the 8 electrons, M cell occupy the 18 electrons, and N occupy the 32 electrons. So now second the rule, the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in a outermost cell or orbit, that is 8. Means outermost cell occupy or accommodate maximum electron, that is equal to 8. So that is called what? Octet. Suppose for example if we are taking example of neon, atomic number of neon is 10. So if we write the electronic configuration or distribution of electrons in a neon, the atomic number of neon is 10. So K, L or M cell. So first cell it occupies the 2 electron and second one is 8 electron. So means the second cell is L cell occupy the 8 electron. It means neon complete its octet. Means octet means the number of electrons should be what? 8. Okay. So we can say that neon have the complete octet. Means outermost cell completely filled with the 8 electron. That is called the octet. So this is the distribution of what? Electron. For example, we are taking another example, sodium. Atomic number of sodium, as yes, 11. Okay. So in a first cell 2 and then 8, 2 and 8 10 and 1 remaining, that is in a, so means in outermost cell how many electrons is there? 1 electron. Means it not complete its octet. Up to here it's complete its octet. So these are the you can say these are the way in which we can fill the electrons in K, L, M cell, and this is called the distribution of electron or electronic configuration. Okay. Third point, electrons are not accommodated in a given cell unless the inner cell are filled. Means first we should fill the inner cell, then after we go for a next outer cell or a other cell. So that is the cell are filled in a stepwise manner. Means first you see first you fill the inner cell and then after you go for a next सेल. ओके, ऐसा नहीं कि पहले आपने इनर सेल में एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन रखा और वो भी तो खाली और नेक्स्ट लेवल में आप चले जाओ. नो, फर्स्ट यू फिल द इनर सेल. इफ इनर सेल इज completely filled, then you go for the next cell. So The atomic structures of the first 18. First 18 means from hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, then aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, up to 18 argon. So here this Bohr and Bury scheme is given, means किस तरह से अपना इलेक्ट्रॉन को फिल कर सकते हैं. So suppose that if we draw this the schematic atomic structure of neon. So neon in first cell, how many electrons? K cell occupy the 2 electrons, so means 1 and 2. For second L cell occupy how much? 8, means 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7 and this 8. So this is the distribution of electron in the case of what? Neon. In same way we can write it for what? For sodium. Sodium next you can occupy, यहाँ पे आप 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन फिल कर देंगे, क्योंकि 8 हो गए, 2 हो गया, 8 हो गया और फिर 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन. तो इस तरह से अपन किसी का भी ना we can write this atomic structures of any element. Okay. So I hope you understood this all things. So the more important this formula means the maximum number of electrons can be filled by this formula 2n square, and then this K L M and cell means number of cell 1 2 3 4 like that 5 like so on. 5 up next 5 and the 5 up next 5 का square into 2. So in this way we can fill the number of electrons. Now next we are talking about the valency. Already we discussed in the third chapter about the valency. Means valency. Anyone can define? What do you mean by the valency? Yes. Manasvi, Vadai, valency. Yes. The combining capacity or combining power of a atom is called what? Valency. Valency means generally it's considered as the arms, means the combining capacity or combining power of a atom is known as what? Valency. So now see this 4.4 heading, page number 50. We have learnt how the electrons in an atoms are arranged in the different shell or orbits. The electrons present in the outermost cell of an atom are known as valence electron, and the number of electrons, suppose that the number of electrons present in the outermost cell, सबसे बाहर वाली सेल में, outermost cell में कितने electrons present है, that is called a valence electron. That electron is known as a valence electron. So here how many the valence electron in the case of neon? That is equal to what? 8. So the valency of neon is what? 0, because it is no need to take or to give or to gain any electron, because already its octet is complete. तो जितने भी जो noble gases है, inert gas group है, they have a fulfilled octet, है ना? It already complete octet, so there will be no chance of taking or gaining any electron from other element. So इनका सबका जो है वो क्या होता है? valency 0 होती है. So here in the case of sodium, the valence electron equal to what? 1. So this in the case of metal, in the case of metal means how we can write it, the valency of metal. So valency means what? The combining power or capacity of a atom is known as a valency, and the number of electrons present in the outermost cell. Outermost cell में सबसे बाहर वाले सेल में कितना electrons है, that electron is called a valence electron. And this on the basis of this valence electron we can find the valency of any element. So in the case of a matter, valency of a matter, that is equal to number of a valence electron. So here you can see this the sodium. Sodium is a matter. Sodium is a matter. So how much the electrons present in outermost cell? So outermost cell in the case of sodium, the one electron is present. So valency of sodium, valency of sodium is equal to 1. For example, magnesium. If we are taking another example for magnesium, atomic number of magnesium is what? 12. So the distribution of electrons in case cell 2, 8 and 2. So means how much number of electrons present in outermost? 2 electrons. So valency of magnesium is also 2. Okay. Why it is 2? Because the number of valence electron, that is equal to 2. So we know that the valency of metal equal to number of valence electron in a outermost cell. Okay. I hope you it's clear. Now next. But what happened in the case of a non-metal? So for the non-metal, if we want to calculate the valency of a non-metal, so we have one formula. Valency of a non-metal equal to 8 minus a number of valence electron. Means how to you should subtract the number of valence electron from the 8, means from the octet. कि octet में से आप number of electrons को माइनस कर लोगे तो you can find it the valency of hot non-metal. For example, if we are taking example of chlorine, इसके बाद what is the atomic number of chlorine? 17. Okay, 17. So for K, L, M or N, in first cell 2, 8, 10 and 7 means valence electron equal to 7. Valence electron means the number of electrons present in the outermost cell, that is equal to 7. So how can we find the valency? We know that valency of a non-metal is equal to 8 minus this 7. So equal to 1 means valency of chlorine is equal to 1. Okay, means chlorine can gain 1 electron. So now for any atom, it is not possible to donate or lose the electron more than 3. Means maximum 3 electron वो जो है 3 से ज़्यादा electron जो है वो lose नहीं कर सकता, gain कर सकता है but cannot lose more than 3. Okay. So I hope you it's clear for everyone to find the valency. We are taking one another example of non-metal like argon. Atomic number of argon. Vinay, what is the atomic number of this argon? Yes? Yeah, 18. What? 18. So 2, 8, 10 and 8. Means argon have the fulfilled or complete octet. It also already occupy the complete octet. Means the valency of argon is 8 minus 8 is become a 0. And this I already told you that all the gases related to the last group, that helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, this all are the gases related to the inert gas. Inert gas, that why it is called inert gas or noble gas, because it not react with anyone. ये किसी भी दूसरे एलिमेंट से रिएक्ट नहीं करते, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी इसको उनको अपना ऑक्टेट कंप्लीट है, तो उनको इलेक्ट्रॉन लेने की या देने की ज़रूरत नहीं होती है. दैट्स वाई इट इज़ नॉट टेक पार्ट इन अ केमिकल रिएक्शन. ये फ्रीली एग्जिस्ट कर पाते हैं क्योंकि इनका ऑक्टेट कंप्लीटली फिल्ड होता है. दैट्स वाई इट इज़ नोन एज व्हाट अ नोबल गैस और अ इनर्ट गैस. So you can see this page number 51 here. This table 4.1 is given. Everybody you go through this, and here the number of atomic number, their symbol and elements, number of protons, neutron and electron, and number of electrons in the K, L, M, N cell, and the valency also given. So you everybody you just go through it and learn it well, because ये काफ़ी काम का है आपका ना, काफ़ी यूज़ में आने वाला है ये टेबल. तो ये आपको ड्रॉ करना है और सबको नोटबुक में भी इसको नोट करना है. ओके, सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड दिस ऑल. जस्ट यू नोट डाउन दिस वन, देन वी डिस्कस नेक्स्ट अबाउट द एटॉमिक नंबर एंड मास नंबर. So now one more thing, as we know, you know that in a previous chapter we discussed about the ions. So when the ions is formed by loosening or gaining the electron, means charged species is known as ions. So for us simply, if we want to write down the electronic configuration of suppose Na+. Suppose that the question asks to you that write the electronic configuration or arrangement of electrons in a Na+. Na+ means what? It's a ions. It is a ion, means it lose one electron. So अब normally in the case of sodium, its atomic number is 10. Means if we write the configuration for the sodium, that is 2, 8 and 1. So this Na is formed by loosening this by donating one electron. So means how many number of electron in it? That is 10. So for this you can write it 2 and 8. So this is the configuration of this sodium plus. In similar way, if we want to write it here, then minus means what? It gain one electron, means the number of electron already in this 17 plus 1, so it became what? 18. So means it gain one electron. So it's normally the number of electron equal to atomic number. So atomic number of chlorine is 17, but it gained one extra electron, so it became what? 18. So you can write it K, L, M, N. So 2, 8, 10, 10 and 8, 18. So 18. So by gaining means when this chlorine forms ions, when the chlorine forms Cl minus ion, means what? It gain one extra electron and forms what? Chlorine minus. So means the number of electrons one more added in this atomic number 17, so it became 18. So we can write it like this. So this type of question may be asked in exams. Write the electronic configuration of Na plus, Mg plus. Suppose that Mg plus, it means what? Generally the atomic number of magnesium is 12, but when it forms ions, so the number of electrons, or it reduces by 1, means it's lose 1 electron, so it's became what 11. So it's 2, 8 and 1. This is the electronic configuration of Mg plus. So in this way you can write the electronic configuration of ions. Okay. Now next we discuss about the atomic number and mass number. Now atomic number means you can see as a page number 52 in your textbook, atomic number and mass number. So it is the number, atomic number means it is the number of a proton. So atomic number means what? It is the number of proton present of an atoms, means the number of proton present in atoms. As we know that in atom the proton are present in a nucleus. So whatever the number of proton, that is equal to its atomic number. Means atomic number, that sequence wise numbers that already I told you to learn from first beginning 30 elements. First hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, like this. All these are what the atomic number, that is gives us the atomic number, and this idea we can get it by the number of protons. For example, and it is represented by the letter Z. So you can say that atomic number or Z is equal to number of proton in an atom. For example, if we are taking the example of a hydrogen, so in hydrogen number of proton is equal to 1. So atomic number of hydrogen is equal to 1. So you can write it like this, H1 or 1. Means hydrogen is an exception which have only one proton and one electron. It not have any neutron. कि एक एक्सेप्शन सिर्फ हाइड्रोजन ही ऐसा है जिसके अंदर एक प्रोटॉन और एक इलेक्ट्रॉन होता है, इसके अंदर न्यूट्रॉन नहीं होता है. Only this is the exception. This question may be asked in exam. Many time in a previous exam, it already asked question in the test or in exam that name the element which not have a neutron in its nucleus. So that is what hydrogen. Okay. So another example, carbon. The atomic number of carbon is 6 and mass number equal to 12. So hydrogen 1 and 1. So means in carbon number of proton equal to 6. So atomic number is also 6 because we know that number of proton equal to atomic number. Okay. Next we are discussing about the mass number. mass number is defined as sum of proton and neutron. Sum of protons and neutrons. So this mass number is denoted by okay. So as you know that in an atom, suppose that this is an atom and this is the nucleus, and we already know that the whole mass of an atom is resides or considered from where? From a nucleus. From the nucleus means from the nucleus we consider whole mass of an atom, and nucleus in nucleus proton and a neutron is present. So you can say that the mass number or mass of an atom is a total sum of a number of protons and number of neutron. Means whatever the number of proton or neutron that is equal to what? Mass number. So this mass number is denoted by the letter A. So you can say this A is equal to P plus N. P plus N means proton plus neutron. Okay, mass number equal to proton plus neutron. For example, we are taking an example of a carbon. So number of proton equal to 6 and number of neutron is also 6. Means in a carbon the number of a proton is equal to 6 and the number of a neutron is also of carbon, that is proton plus neutron means 6 plus 6 and that is equal to 12. So mass number means this A. So now by the we can symbolic representation of any element by its mass number and atomic number, we can write it like this X. Suppose that this X is any element. So at the lower case is here. In a lower case we can write it what atomic number, and here we can write a mass number. Okay, just for example, if we are taking the example of sodium, this is Na. So atomic number of sodium is 11 and mass number of sodium is 23. So this is the representation of any element by its mass or its atomic number. Okay, so in exam generally the question is given that any X element and write it like this 12 and 24. So means you already it is understood that this is the atomic number and this is the mass number. Okay, this is the atomic number of that element and it is the mass number. So atomic number of X is 12. So 12 is the atomic number of what? Magnesium. So this X is what? This is the magnesium. 12 and 24. Okay, so in this way this both two important topic, mass number and atomic number, is over here. I hope everybody understood. And if you have any doubt regarding this atomic number, mass number, and how to distribute the number of electrons in a different orbit or cell, you can ask through the Google Meet. Okay, so now today's class is over. Just you everybody go through the textbook. ओके, क्योंकि टेक्स्ट बुक काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है, सबको टेक्स्ट बुक जो है लाइन बाय लाइन पढ़ना है, रीड करना है. Okay, so have a nice day.